Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
There are sometimes things that are incumbent upon those of us in the biz. And whenever there is something that absolutely, positively brings talk radio together, like a group of people in a tribe, and that is weather, inclement weather. It appears here in, I guess, Midtown that, and I'm just trying to peruse it. I was talking to my driver this morning. Park Avenue looked like they didn't have a snow spreader. I don't know. I'm not trying to be unfair. I'm not trying to be unfair to our new mayor. I really am not. I know nobody wants to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. But I'm looking down streets. I've never seen this in my years. I don't know if this is normal, but it's as though, I saw no salt spreaders or nothing. Here is what I'm trying to get to, despite this circuitous and rambling desultory address. Everybody in New York remembers the famous 1969 nor'easter in New York City that dumped 15 to 20 inches of snow. And Mayor John Lindsay faced backlash for poor, slow, and inequitable snow removal, especially in Queens. The storm paralyzed the city for a week, causing 42 deaths. Granted, that is not the case here. That is not the case here. And we thank whomever for that. But you would think that a brand new mayor called everything from socialist to radical. Did you see him trying to shovel snow? It's just like he's never seen it in his life. Don't try to do something you've never done before. These gratuitous he loves the little video vids. Here we are. Hey, we're ready. Everybody loves to do little vignettes on Instagram. Look, I'm doing a little bit. I would have had everybody, I don't know who his chief of staff is, if he has like a Haldeman Ehrlichman, but I would have pulled everybody in and said, they don't expect anything from me. Whatever my endeavor is, whatever my goal is, whatever my direction is, if I'm going to get anything done, I've got to show that I could at least be a mayor. I can't do nothing but these lofty democratic, socialist, whatever these things are. I'd better be ready. And sanitation better be ready. And like Giuliani would have been there out with his jacket. He would have had his hat on. This is my first time. All eyes on me. If I can do a good job, if I can appear to care, if I can give the impression of being connected and on it, if I can present at least the illusion, the hallucination that I'm somewhat mildly competent and not the benighted, impish moonbat that I am, I might have a chance later on. Because all eyes are on me. Nobody's paying attention to what I'm saying about trans, this, or hospital, this, or... Period. And this was the time. This was it. So the reviews will be coming in. And I'd like to, now granted, I understand something. I like to think more, dare I say, syndication. We are certainly in the New York City, tri-state area. We're all over the country, all over the world. So a lot of this might be a tad regionalized. But what I would like, first of all, is if you are within the sound of my voice, how was your government? How did it respond in terms of snow removal, ice, salt spreading, plowing, whatever it is you call this? Because this is what government is about. This, we can argue all day long, government this, government that. This is what it's about. This. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Listen carefully to what I'm telling you. Listen like you've never listened to. It's about administration, picking up garbage, traffic lights, police, first responders, salt spreading, snow removal, public schools, libraries, parks, stuff that may not seem cutting edge in the world of democratic socialist politics, about trans this and bringing in whatever these people are. This is it. We have to have government to do this because we can't do this. We can't. How was it where you are, where you were? How was the reaction? It's not over with. I don't know if it's not snowing now, but I'm looking around here and I don't see. Saw a couple of cops and I would have had I would have had these trucks going. Just drive around with lights on. I don't care. Create the illusion. He has no sense of stagecraft. How was it? And also, what about the media coverage? This is my favorite. The media, when I say the media, that's such a collective word. The media provide a very interesting sense of, I know you want us, we're going to show you out of curiosity, but a sense of it's going to be okay. Because no matter how tough people think they are, weather scares them, especially the elderly, especially those who are whatever. And this was the chance. And I swear to you, I'm not going to mention any names. There were a few I kind of sampled. I forced myself because I watched virtually no cable at all. Nothing. Zero. Unless it's I don't know what. I had to look up yesterday who was, what football teams were playing. I have no interest in that. None. Bread and circuses. Not interested. But I swear to you, I don't know who some of these people were. I think you could have brought me in and I could point to a map and say, wow, look at that. You got something happening here, huh? What's that city? The cities are named. Oh, and Binghamton this and this and that. Oh, Trenton's. I didn't think anybody really knew what they were. I don't think anybody really knew what was going on. Millibars. And I also like, it's interesting, the level of coverage. There was some stuff on the internets, as it were, on various platforms that were so technical. It was like listening to it. It was like real meteorologists. Millibars. I heard one guy, I don't know who he was. It sounded like we were in the command center of in France before. Remember the weatherman before Normandy? Remember that guy? Talk about having it all depend upon you. It was incredible. So that's my story. So I always want to take, whenever there is a shared communal experience, what talk radio does, what terrestrial talk radio does in particular, is present this kind of a back porch, back fence, neighborhood type of collective where people can say, what have you seen? How is it where you are? Are there areas that have not? By the way, not just New Jersey per se. I don't want to trash Mom Donnie. You might think you do a good job. Listen, I got to say something else. A lot of people get behind the mic and they think, oh, they're experts on everything. Experts on this and history and law and medicine. They're experts. Why? Because I'm a microphone. I'm an expert. Look at me. I'm an expert. I used to have sometimes, I used to sign on my signature line, expert. Why are you an expert? Because I say I'm an expert. They say have you ever heard people on TV? Especially whenever you watch anybody when you got a television program, and you'll have somebody who says, well, what do you do? Well, I don't really know. I'm not doing anything. Well, you're going to be a Democratic consultant. What is a Democratic consultant? I have no idea what that is. No idea. But there are people who just go on because they feel somehow imbued with the authority of such. So our number is 800-848-9222. No matter where you are in the country, because this was frightening, dear friends. This was frightening. They were absolutely letting us, I don't know if they were waxing, dare I say, I don't want to say funereal, but waxing a bit catastrophic. I don't know if this was something they intended to do, but this was something. Kathy Hochul, why is it that somebody says, I have to wear a hat? Kathy Hochul says, I'm going to wear a jacket and one of the caps that says, my favorite is Eric Adams, who will go down in history as one of the most incompetent, and then fill in the blank. Whatever he does, incompetent. The man who I said, please don't speak. We're going to be hearing more and more of his administration indicted or investigated. But anyway, he always wore a jacket that said, Mayor. I'm the mayor. Mayor of New York City. Mayor. Had a hat, had a jacket. Kathy Hochul did it too. I'm the governor. I've got a hat. Why do people do this?
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.